people say that I was not effective. It all depends, though, on what your definition of effective is. Is effective having the vote go your way on any particular piece of administrative rule or legislation, or is being effective helping people see what actually is being passed and what's actually happening? Because in the latter, I would say I was very effective. Did I get much passed? Did I change the trajectory of what was being passed? I not necessarily. And yet the conversation in Utah has completely shifted because people's eyes are opening. And the more, I think this is where Jordan Peterson, who says that telling the truth is always the best possible thing you can do, and brings about the best results eventually. You just have to trust that the outcome will eventually be worth the pain that you have to go through in the initial stages of getting the truth out there. If you are averse to the social pain and stigma that they will try to attach to you by speaking the truth and exposing the agenda, well, then we're never going to be able to fix anything. But if the truth matters more to you and you recognize that what they're doing is not, I don't take it as personal. It tells me when they react to my telling the truth, it tells me they are scared of the truth. They are afraid of losing their power, their levers of control, their ability to manipulate the minds of the people. And to me, that's how we win, is by telling the truth and helping people see things for what they really are. And that's the best way to wrest that power away from those who are trying to subvert your culture. And so, you just have to know, if you go into those realms of policy making at any level, that politics is a blood sport, and those people are playing for keeps. They do not want to lose their power or control. I have no desire for power or control. I simply went in there because I care about the truth, and I want the truth to be heard and known. And that's the kind of person they cannot handle having in a position like that. And they will do everything they can to keep out those people and say they're not team players, they're not workable, they won't collaborate, right? They'll demonize and vilify anybody that won't play the game with them. And they do that by saying you're not a team player, and playing on those human emotions of wanting to fit in and belong and inclusion, right? But inclusion means going along with the Marxist agenda. And if you don't play along, you will be excluded. You will be, demonized. And to me, that's a badge of honor. Like, that means we're fighting the good fight and we are having an impact, or they wouldn't care.
Right.
About what we were saying.
Yeah. And the effectiveness, again, it's like effective towards what ends. Our metric has to be different. This is what our message has been. You can't judge effectiveness by the traditional metrics of, oh, we produced, 10 million words of law. So what? Are our kids any better off in the schools? In fact, if you go by the real metric of, just ask a kid, tell me about school. When I'd ask my kids, all these programs that they tout as being so incredible, and like, oh, all this money we're spending. And when you look at, when the water reaches the end of the row, how does this affect my child in his classroom this day? And then they come home and they say, oh, well, I had to do a privilege walk at school. Oh, my teacher made us do an assignment that celebrated LGBTQ social advancements. Is that success? I don't view that as success.